Hello, you guys. Happy Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday. I don't even know what day it is. I think it's Tuesday. Oh my goodness. Hello, everyone. Welcome. If you're on the replay, you can always let me know that. I made some coffee. I have some coffee. My cup of happy. Oh, goodness gracious. I never can see the comments. Maybe I'll see them. I don't know. Let me see if I can see them over here. Let's see. Hello. I see Jane. Hello, everyone. Oh, gosh, you guys. It's been the longest. What's up, Pam? Hello, Nancy. Hello, Val. I always forget that Val's in the UK. I cannot imagine what time it is for you. Hello, Joyce. Hi, Olga. I'm okay. It's just been a week. Oh my gosh. I wanted to come, and number one, I wanted to come and visit. Number two, I feel like I have been saying this like repeatedly, how I have like I know myself, and I know like if I get so far out of like a routine, I just feel like I get into this like mega funk. I know that probably registers with many. When things happen in your life, when stuff goes down, number one, that alone just disrupts your world. Hello, everyone. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you. Hi, you guys. Hello, Pam. Hello, everyone. What's up, Kathy? Hi, you guys. I don't know. You're in Kennesaw. Oh my gosh. Hello, Lisa. You've been thinking about us? Well, thank you, Alicia. Thank you. Y'all, it's been a very difficult few days. Actually, it's been a very difficult 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Oh, gosh. Hello, Jennifer. So happy to see you. Thank you. Hello, Kimberly. Hi, you guys. Hi, Lori. Hello, everyone. So the braids are back. I did not feel like washing my hair. I did not feel like really doing anything this morning. But I had to like, it's like you have to just motivate yourself, you know. Your radiation is complete. Lisa, that's amazing. Congratulations. Am I okay? I'm okay. My dad posted, so just a little backstory. My dad, I've been really, like, I've just been trying to, respect my dad and like, just, it's like his own time too. So I just feel like on social media, it's really hard to show up and just be like, everything's fine, everything's okay, everything's lovely, everything's wonderful. And not, and I don't like to be the person who's like, people are going to say what they want. They just will. But I really tried to cope with things in my own way. So number one, Friday, I think it was Friday. I could be wrong. I don't even know what day. Pretty sure it was Friday. Maybe it was Thursday. It was Friday. Friday was a very difficult day. Avery was here. We painted together. We did a canvas together. And it's all the things that you don't share with the world and you don't tell the world because you want your privacy and you want to respect like other people and like you just want to respect people's privacy. So, you know, Avery wanted to craft. She doesn't really understand any of all these things. And so I was like, she wanted to craft with friends. And at that moment, it was a very difficult evening, because I sort of knew in my mind that my dad was probably going to call me the next morning. And at 6 o'clock in the morning, he did. He called me and he told me, and it's just really difficult. And so he's like, don't say anything. Like, and I'm like, I would never do that. And I just am like, we needed like days. He needed days for him to deal with it. And so I understand that. And I respect that. And so I had like a couple of things like scheduled to post on Saturday, and I just kind of like didn't care. I just didn't care. I wasn't on my phone. I wasn't really present. I wasn't really anywhere. And we spent 2 days with my dad. So it's just difficult. You know, it just is a really difficult time. So I don't really want to make my content about something, you know, my grandma passed away, and I want to deal with that in my own way. And I know that other people will deal with things in their own way. I think that for me, I think most of you guys can understand. Like, we're all mature adults here. Everyone can understand like how we all cope differently. And so what people don't realize is that we pretty much had 2 weeks of a full understanding. To kind of like, as days progressed, you just kind of knew. You hoped for different, but you just kind of knew. And so I think the part of the piece that I tried to explain this to April, my sister, I said, part of the piece is the reality. The reality is what she was experiencing the past 2 weeks is a blip in time, because now she's celebrating with Jesus. And April was like, yeah, she has all the answers. And we're trying to be like lighthearted about it and like, you know, like celebrate someone's life while we've already had the sadness. But she met her ultimate goal. And that is the thing that God gives us comfort in. And so I can't be sucked into like the sadness, like I can't stay in that in my mind. And some people aren't like that. And I don't want anyone to think that, you know, the way that I cope with things is like the way, or that I'm, you know, just not super sad all the time. Like it's not like denial, because we've already privately embraced the lots of tears, lots of sadness, lots of things. And then it becomes the other side. And that happens for different people. I just know that her body was tired. She was ready to go. She's dancing on the streets of heaven. And I am celebrating that for her. And so that's the outlook I have to have for myself. And so while that might seem different for some, that's just my way of dealing with it. And so I would rather, personally, it's like, it's so hard to toy with the emotions. I told my sister April I would rather miss her than watch that. Selfishly. And that is so hard to say because people don't understand it. But that is exactly how I felt like towards the end. I just would rather miss her. And so that's what I want to do. Because now she has her heavenly body. So I just talk myself through it and I talk myself past it. And now I'm just going to like, y'all, it's not necessarily business as usual, but we've got to position our way somehow and navigate life. You know, we've got to navigate life. It's going to be there. It's going to be, y'all, we've not even like, we don't even know when the funeral is. So I don't like that part hasn't even happened yet. So, I put makeup on today. I put my hair in braids. I put a hat on. I went to work and some people immerse themselves in like reading or drawing or going on road trips or hiking or crochet, like whatever your coping thing is, you know, you have to do what's best for you. But for me, the enemy likes to come at me when I'm idle. And if no one understands that, then I don't know how else to explain it. But I know that I'm 45 years old, and I know when he will come creeping in moments of idle time. So, and it's not like I don't know, we have to be in prayer. We have to be in like our relationship with God, but not every second of the day, we all know this, is like in intercession to prayer, you know? So I just know myself. I know that I don't want to be vulnerable. And so I'm like, you ain't getting none of this. You ain't getting none of this. So I want to think about things in a very difficult time, and while having a difficult discussion, I just want to try to be as gracious as I possibly can be while sharing a difficult topic without being, you know, like super chatty about it. I just wanted to talk about it for a brief moment, and then I don't want to say like move on, but it's like I can't dwell in that place. I can't dwell in that place. I know what comes of that place. And so anyways, I was thinking back to like what my grandma loved. And while over the weekend we were going through so many things, we were looking through so many things, we uncovered things about like her siblings, and I didn't really know them. So I don't remember like meeting them. They were much older. Some of them have already passed on. All of the sisters have passed on. There are brothers remaining. But one of my like enlightening moments of like looking through photos and like looking through stuff and reading stuff was her sister, my grandma's sister, which would be, I don't know if it was I think it was an older sister. I'm not sure, but she was an artist. And I was looking back, we were trying to find like middle names of people. And so we were like looking on the internet, cause you know, sometimes obituaries will like talk about like the full name of like parents. And we were trying to find all this information, and we found her obituary. And I'm not even kidding you when I tell you that my grandma's sister, Velma, had a story to tell. Like, whoever wrote that was, like, they were detailed. They talked about how she started, let me pull this up, and it was, I know it's crazy, but it was very interesting. Let's see. Hang on. Let's see. It was so interesting. Let me just skip ahead. It just says she stayed very active developing her art techniques. She had great pride as she was a self-taught artist. She loved painting landscapes, animals, and portraits. In 1970, she opened up Velma's Quality Shop where she made frames. Now, this is not my grandma, but there's a lot of artists in my grandma's side of the family, which fascinated me. She opened up Velma's Quality Shop where she made frames. Years later, she helped start White River Decorative Artist Club, where others would gather to share their artistic techniques. She loved to read newspapers. She would read 5 to 6 per day, cover to cover. She enjoyed sewing, crocheting, and working her flower garden where she grew roses, geraniums, and petunias. It was always a picture perfect setting as her husband took care of the yard and she tended to the flower beds. And then it just goes on, but then Velma was super artsy. But then my grandma, she also loved to do ceramics. She was mostly a person who did ceramics. If you don't know anything about ceramics, which I don't know much about, but I've seen her ceramics, and that's a lot. The little eyelashes, the little swoopies of teeny tiny little eyeballs and their eyelashes on some of the things. We came across it was sitting on a shelf at my dad's house. It was an egg, like an Easter egg. It was painted and it had all these little details. And I'm like, that must have been the world's smallest paintbrush to do all of that detail. So not only was her sister creative, which I did not know that. I just kind of thought my grandma was really artsy and stuff like that. But no. So in my grandma's bedroom is a picture. It's a painting on the wall, okay? And we learned very quickly that it was Velma who painted that painting. And I thought, my God, the talent is Bob Ross level, okay? The talent is Bob Ross level, and I could not even imagine. If I disciplined myself to level up my skills to this, y'all, I would probably be so proud of myself. I don't know that I have I have a long but short attention span. So this would probably take me a long time, and it probably does take a long time, but I'm going to show you this. Look at this. Look at what she painted. Just stop it. This is actually hanging on the wall in my grandma's bedroom. That is a framed painting. So during this weekend, and we're on the hunt for middle names and maiden names, and you have to fill out the form of who were her siblings, and I'm like, I don't even know who her siblings really were. I knew a few of them, but I did not realize that there were 7 girls and 4 boys. Holy cow. That was a lot. And so we're looking through and we're finding stuff and we're looking through photos, and I just was mind blown when I started to read about Velma. And I'm like, she was artsy. My grandma was artsy. And so how do you carry on the pattern or the flow or whatever it is? The memory is, I think that's probably where I got my crafty skills from. And my love for it so much is from my grandma. And I get to also pass that on to my grandchildren. So Avery, y'all know Avery. She's a 5-year-old. She's a crafting ninja. She is. She loves to craft. She loves to paint. She is that is the thing that is, what would my grandma want? She would want us to keep crafting and keep painting, and she loved to see the photos, and she loved to see what we were making, and she loved the paintings that I would paint. And she had a really big magnifying glass, and she would look at all the stuff, and she would share all of my stuff on her Facebook page. And, you know, I just know how much she loved that. And then she lost a lot of her vision and couldn't do that. So I also learned that she was a scrapbooker of recipes. When I tell you a scrapbooker of recipes, I'm talking binders that we found of like pages and pages, like 2.5 ring binders with the little clear sleeves. And she had a plethora of recipes. And I can see, and I was telling my sister, I can see why she had such a hard time, like, letting go of the cooking and the baking, because it's literally what she loved. She had already let go of the crafting and the painting and the ceramics. And she loved to do like toll paintings. And she did, you know, the big long saws and, you know, the saw blades. She would paint little buckets, and she did like the primitive style, like folk arty painting. And then she couldn't. She got tremors, and she lost a lot of her vision. And she had so she really dived into the cooking aspect of things. And so you truly don't really know the full depth of something until like you're like looking through their stuff, like snooping, and then you find it all. She made, I don't know where they're at. I had them sitting here somewhere. I don't remember. I'll have to ask Mark where he put them. She made these like crocheted doilies. She had books of like how to crochet. Like, I don't know if it's like thread, but it's like not thread. It's like yarn, but it's not yarn. It's hard to explain. I don't know because I don't do that, but she had books and patterns, and she made this one that I remember it sitting on her dining table. And then she had these other little ones that she had crocheted, and I thought, man, she is crafty. She was so crafty, and she would always say how crafty and how much she loved that. And I just thought, man, not only was my grandma that way, but her sister was that way too. So in a way, it's like you find out things that you want to just like understand, and then you want to carry them on. And so if anything I can do in my life in honor of someone else is to just pass it on, I guess. And so not only do I try to pass on, you know, and y'all, I'm not very talented. I'm just being honest. I just love to do what I do, and I have a good time doing it, and I love to share that with other people. But y'all, there is far more talented people in this world than I am, and we all know that. So I just have a different brain in the way that it thinks. And so I think we all have that, but I think we could pass it on. And so we're just passing it on. We're passing on these things. That's why I tell everyone, like, share your gift with the world, because you have no idea who it will influence, who it will empower, who it will encourage, who it will make a difference in. It doesn't have to be family. It doesn't have to be a relative. It doesn't really have to be anyone. It could be a complete and total stranger. And so it just, you know, times like this, it makes you reflect on like, what is the purpose? What is the mission? What are we doing? Like, how do we go forward? And so this is what I will do. I will just keep it going forward. So I just wanted to tell you guys that stuff, because I just learned so much in a really sad time. in a really trying time, and it was still also very encouraging. So I don't know. I just wanted to share that with you guys. So yeah, it's been a very difficult few days, and it's going to be a very difficult future few days. And that's, that's just part of life. It is what it is. Beverly, is it live? We are live. We are live. Yes, we are. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Pam. You're very sweet. You're very sweet. I had the privilege of meeting Pam this past year at Brooke's event, and I just love her. I just love her. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Diane. So anyways, I don't know what's up with y'all, but apparently I was not on Facebook today. I made a morning post and said, hey, I'm going to work. I'm going to go, tinker with some things. And we had to get caught up on some stuff so that, we can be out of town at some point. When that is, I wish we would find that out. But there's a lot of logistics because they have to transport her. Apparently, she's got to have a flight to Indiana. So there's just logistics, figuring that out. There's a lot of back end moving stuff that we have to have patience. So it is what it is. But, so apparently Facebook was down for the count for a hot minute today. I didn't notice because I was not here, but apparently it was a thing that happened. And when I got on my phone this evening, after I ate my chicken pot pie, people were marking themselves safe from the Facebook outage. And I was like, didn't notice. Wasn't here. So anyways, but thank you, Susie. Thank you. I appreciate that, Stephanie. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I just ask that you keep everyone in my family in your thoughts and prayers, So apparently Facebook is back to working. So we're going to do this kit tonight. It's the spindle birdhouses that, I think I cut these many weeks ago, probably 2 months ago. If not, I think it was in the end of December I cut this kit. I didn't share it, I don't think, until January, but, I really love birdhouses, and I thought, man, this would just be a fun thing to do. As always, I want y'all to know that there is no purchase necessary to come hang out and visit. I think that that's part of what I learned also over the weekend is the importance of just being at the table, being in the room, and being around people who have like-minded conversations and inspirations and creative discussions and other stuff like that. And so, the great thing about these wood cutouts is that you could literally make them out of cardboard. And I say that to everyone all the time. I'm like, you can hang with us and you can go cut out your own cardboard and make your own stuff. Be crafty, be creative. So tonight I am going to use the wood cutouts. We do have these in my shop, and we do make them and cut them every single day. I think we've shipped a bunch of these. So these have been pretty popular, and I'm really excited to paint them. And the color that I've chosen is Laurel. This is the color. It's like a vintagey blue-green. It's just really, really pretty. I like the name Laurel. I feel like Laurel fits this color. And then I also have white. So I'm going to do a Laurel and white. More of like kind of on the French country shabby chic side of things. We'll kind of just stress them up and make them really fun. So that's what we're going to do while we hang out and visit. I love it. I love it. Oh, thank you, Pamela. I appreciate that I'm one of many people's favorites. I know that y'all have many favorites that you like to watch and hang out with and chit chat with. But hopefully around here, I bring some sort of, you know, creative inspiration, and you put that into your bucket of awesome. You put it in your bucket of awesome. I've been waiting for you to do them. I know, Tammy. I've been telling people who's asked me, like, I'm waiting. Can you paint them? I would love to see how you do them. And I'm like, I'm going to paint them on Friday. I'm going to paint them on Tuesday. I've been saying it, and then I feel like, you know what? I'm not doing what I said, so I need to honor that and commit to it. So today we're doing it. You love the colors. I love it. Getting ready to do your redo your mom's old hutch and table. Is wondering, was watching one of your Instagrams earlier for inspiration. Yeah, so y'all, I'm gonna be real honest with you. I loved painting furniture. Painting furniture towards the end did not love me. It put a toll on my body. Like I was just spent. So spent. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out what pieces go where. Just want to keep track of all the things here. All right. So I just want to make sure that I have everything. Give me just a second. I didn't double check this ahead of time. Y'all, I should have, and I didn't. And that's just what happens. I just want to make sure we have all of our parts here. All right. This one goes there. And there, I've got this. Okay. Let's see. We've got our stands. These two go together for this one and that one. That piece goes there. That one goes there. Okay, this is the fun part. This is the fun part of all the pieces, because you have to figure out which piece goes where. Okay, so like these little pieces here, just situate yourself to figure out like where they go. I feel like this one goes, I feel like that one goes there. This one is gonna go probably there. And this one will go up top there. This one will go there, and then there, and there. And then we have these little bitty trim pieces. All right, that does not go there. This goes there. And then that one goes there. And then I feel like I have an extra. No, I don't. It goes there. All right. So basically all I did was just it's kind of like a puzzle. I did them like this. So I just kind of set everything on, and most of you guys do that too when you get these out of your bags. And then I just kind of separate everything. You don't need these two things if you happen to have them. They're just the inner parts of your circles. You don't need them. You don't need them. Let's see. Pull this back up. Let's see. I'm behind. You got your crafty crate? That's awesome. She is Michelle. First of all, Michelle Adkins is my daughter-in-law. She's also my assistant. Most of you guys probably talk to her in the emails. You might, have conversation with her in the comments. She's Avery and Riley's mom. She's Zach's wife, and she is going to the doctor on Friday to have her cervix checked. She wants everyone to know that it might help us to know a timeline on meeting Sawyer. So, they're not going to be going to the funeral with us because she is pregnant, and being that far away while, and traveling away from your doctor to have and being pregnant, I'm like, you need to be in the safe space of where your doctor is and all the things. So anyways, last time this happened, she went to the doctor and her doctor was like, you're like 5 centimeters or something. I don't even know, but yes, keeping Sawyer in your prayers. Yes, thank you. So he is growing like a weed. He's growing like a weed, apparently. He weighs, what did she say? What did you say? He weighs like 5 pounds something? 5 pounds something? I don't know. I need to get some wax paper. Hold on. Oh, goodness. Oh, just over 5 pounds. He's all up in my ribs. I know. I told her, I was like, so, I don't remember what we were talking about the other day. And she was talking about something about having the baby. And I was like, this is baby number 3. Do you know what they say about baby number 3? Typically, them babies just fly out. They just fly right out. Let's see. I don't really want to repeat it too much because I feel like if I talk about it too much, I don't want to have a moment. I've had enough moments. Good night. But she passed away on Saturday.
Have a fruitful video.
Huh?
Have a fruitful and lovely video.
All right. A sneeze and a baby comes out? I mean, that's possible. That's possible. That's possible. All right, this is Laurel, in case you missed it. I'm just going to put this on my plate. I have not done anything. I feel like I've not done anything in a minute. And I need to be painty and crafty. That's what I need. I need to be painty and crafty. All right. So, also if you're taking our paint class this weekend, I am pre-recording it. My goal is to do that tomorrow. It'll be pre-recorded, just in case we have to leave on Friday or leave on Thursday or leave on Saturday. I don't even know. So it will be pre-recorded for our St. Patrick's class. We should start taking bets on when he will be here. I need to know what the status is on Friday. If I get the status update on Friday, most likely I could probably predict or guess. Maybe not predict, but maybe I could guess. Maybe I guess. Don't mean I'm going to be right, but I might. All right, let's see here. Let's see. It's going to do white. I'm going to do all these things. Whites. We're going to do all of this. Blue. We're going to do the stand white. We're just going to play around with this. We're going to figure out how this is going to go. All right, let's see. I am really excited to see how this is going to go. How does one view your paint classes? You love to paint? They are, we have free classes in the shop, at my website. There's a collection called Paint with Amber. And in that Paint with Amber collection, there are, we started this out this year with some getting started classes for people who have never painted, and I want to introduce them to it so that they can, you know, explore the fun of, oh gosh, I just realized this, you guys. Ah! Do you see? I'll have to double check that the other ones aren't like that. We're gonna make it work. No one will even notice. No one will even know. I just now realized that. This is my test cut. I cut 2 typically when I test cut. And so if I'm correct, I think I fixed it. Maybe not, I don't know. I think I fixed it. All right, let's get our sponge. We're gonna do Laurel. And the whole thing is going to be Laurel. And I'll paint the little circle. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you. Thank you. Look at that color. Look at that color. Yeah, so they're kind of beginner. They're very, I mean, I teach a beginner class. By the way, I'm not really a teacher. I've never been to college. I'm not an art teacher. I'm just teaching what I've learned, what I know, sharing with others, all of the things. But the way that I set it up is I teach people. I'm pretty good about trying to figure out my own ways. And I know that might make a lot of people figure out their own ways. So for example, I want people to be able to be a beginner, but have looks like it's an intermediate outcome. So we just recently did the Shamrock. Let me go get it and I'll show you. It's over here. It's over here. Let me get it. I'm gonna show you. This was so much fun. This was so much fun. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, do you see, this is our Shamrock. In person, it looks like it's got a napkin or tissue paper or some sort of texture. It's just the way that we painted it. But I did this one. And I shared with them when we did, this is one of the free classes that we did for St. Patrick's Day, is I shared with them, if you have a shaky hand, if you do not have a steady hand, if you have limitations and challenges, there was a way that you could paint and your effect and technique that you're using is very forgiving, and it gives a look that almost looks like we've blown the paint with and it's spread out almost like a watercolor too. We did not do our circles perfect. We did we literally just did this. The whole thing. The whole painting is like that. So each time I teach someone something, I want to take on the limitations or challenges that someone might have to say, I can't because of this. Well, you can because I'm going to show you. And so this is one of the ways that I wanted to share with people how, don't say you can't because I will find a way. And so I decided we did the lovebirds. We've done a couple other paintings together. I wanted to use this class here as an example of how to face, what do you do to overcome challenges? So this is one of the ways that you can do that, okay? So this was super fun. And I kind of like that it has a boho feel too, but it's kind of like festive at the same time. But y'all look, it just looks, nothing's perfect. Nothing is perfect, and it still turned out perfect to me. I think it turned out perfect to me. So that was a free class that we did. So things like that are in the shop. There's far more free classes than there are things that you have to pay for. So, you know, take advantage of whatever you want to take advantage of. But Friday and Saturday's class will all release on Friday. And they are paid classes, and there are 2 of them, okay? So I won't be live like I normally am. They'll be recorded, and I will upload them. All right, so I'm gonna paint all of these the same laurel color. Let me think for just a second. Do I wanna do that? Do I wanna do that? This is gonna be white. This is gonna be white. So we have a lot of white stuff happening at the top. We could do, no, let's do blue. We're gonna do the laurel on the bottom. And I'm just gonna bounce over this and spin it around. That's good. All right, now we're gonna do white. Okay, we'll use this for the other one too. On the tape, I don't know. Okay, I'll show you here. Let me show you really quick. Like, for example, if you go to the link in the description, I'll show you. If you go to the link in the description, it's gonna take you to the birdhouses, but it'll take you to where there's gonna be like a navigation. This is on my iPad, so you might have little dots over here on the side or over here on the side. It depends on your device. And then you're gonna go to shop menu. It'll say shop menu right there. And then right over here will be a drop down. And if you go to right here, do you see right here where it says paint with amber? It's in the menu. It takes a second to load. It's gonna bring it up. And then you go right here to all of these. Now these are the ones that I have put on here. I'm working on, I have a bunch of other ones. I just haven't gotten them done, but like that there is the one I just showed you. And then we did this one. Then we did, this is free. We did this one. This is the one for Friday and Saturday, but it's just gonna be Friday. And then our next free class is going to be that cute bunny right there. And then this one is spring. We do have an Easter class that will be coming up. I don't know how that's gonna work because baby time. So we'll figure that out. And then we have the free spring. That one we did already as a church. We just did Mike, and then we just did this one right here with Avery. So this one here is also a free class. So you can click on them and see. This is mine, obviously. I didn't take a picture of Avery's. She took it home, but that is where you go to learn more. Is just follow the link in the description, go to the menu, and it will take you where you need to go. All right, let's get back to our birdhouse. Okay, so our birdhouse, we're gonna do white as well. Let's do the white around the opening. And I'm not gonna paint these really perfect because I wanna be able to kind of distress it. like so. So see how it's not quite like full coverage? All right. This one has these little circles on it. So I'm gonna go ahead with my little Dollar Tree tool and I'm gonna go around my little circles, just kind of lightly to like double score it. And then I'm gonna paint over it after I wipe it. Spread the love, thank you. Thank you. All right, let's go over this. It's kind of, I should have let it dry, but that's okay. So do you see how the circles are? There we go. I'll probably come back to that one. All right, let's go over this. This goes just, it's like a little trim piece that goes under. And then this goes on top of this. So it's like a layered piece. Which if you don't want to use this one, you don't have to. Did Avery get her painting done? She did. She did. She got her painting done. I mean, I helped her like with her shoes. You know, she got tired so fast. It was going well and then it went downhill. She was all about let's craft, let's craft. Like she was just hyped for it. And y'all, that was a lot. That was a lot for a 5-year-old. So I anticipated that she might have, you know, hung out a little bit longer, but she did stay till the end. And then she was just ready for it to be over. She really was. But her painting turned out so beautiful. Especially for her first time. All right, there's this one. All right, so let me show you what my vision is to do white with the laurel. This is gonna go on there like so. Let me do another coat on this one. I'm gonna dry it really quick. She did really good. What's up, Brittany? Brittany's back. Craftspirational. She's like the, I would say crowd control, like, but she's not. She's like the hype girl in the comments. She loves everyone. She greets everyone. She's so cheerful. She's so amazing. Oh, I love the color laurel too. So this is what I got happening here. And I gotta flip that over because that's upside down. And then I was thinking, this goes on the bottom. I am going to distress these. So I'll put that down here. I'm gonna sand them so they won't be so plain. I feel like, does that go there? No, I feel like this doesn't go. It goes, that one goes there and this one goes up here. There we go. Then this one. All right. And then I'm gonna do the stand white. I like that. It's really soft and it's really pretty. All right, let's do the stand. I think they're both the same size if I'm correct. And I'm just bouncing, I'm not gonna swoosh because I really like that look when I sand it. You could put little Spanish moss. Oh my gosh, that would be so amazing. I don't have any, but it would be so amazing. White stand. All right, so the little one's done. We're basically gonna do the exact same thing with this bigger one. So we're gonna do the bottom, the laurel, the other parts are gonna be white. So I'm gonna set all of those aside. These will be the blue. And so I need the blue over here. In case you guys have not opened and checked your emails, we have brought back for March Madness our daily deals. So every day we're sending out an email to everyone to let them know what our deal of the day is. Michelle has graciously, I made a few changes. Michelle has graciously taken on that task, considering, you know, we had this on our schedule and we just have to, you know, keep up with our schedule. But daily deals are 50% off one thing that we that she has selected. Well, she picked most of them. I went in, like I said, made a few changes, but they're 50% off for one day, and it's a mystery. That's part of March Madness. You don't know what it's going to be, and that's why you got to keep an eye on your emails. So it's a great time to take advantage of a 50% off for whatever that deal is, whatever it may be. All right, this is so pretty. So if you're not getting our emails, you should get them. All right, let's try this. All right, so I'm gonna let this finish kind of drying, and then I'm gonna paint these right here. It is deco art. It is deco art. So on my iPad, I don't know if it happens on my phone because I can't really remember, but on my iPad, the comments come up and then they disappear. They come up and then they disappear. So I get to read them, and the only way that I can see them is if I swipe it away, swipe it back, and then restart it. Oh, Jane, I hope you feel better. I hope you feel better. I had a headache earlier, and I think it's because I just need to eat something. So I took some Tylenol. This is going to be white. It's going to be white. Thank you for sprinkling. You guys are awesome. All right, gonna do this. These are gonna be so cute. Oh, my finger. So, in the evenings, I think it was, I don't know, maybe sometime last week, we started watching, my son Caden, we started watching The Last Airbender. I don't know if you guys remember that from back in the day from Nickelodeon. Well, it's a new Netflix series, and it's actually really interesting. I don't really watch a whole lot of it because I don't really like anime stuff, but it's an like a series with like real actors. And it just, I really wanted to watch it because I remember when my kids were little, they would watch Avatar, The Last Airbender cartoons. And we were talking this evening, and I think Zach was like, I grew up on that show. And I was like, I know, right? And here we are all these years later. Avatar. It's a great series. Just watched the last episode last night. Don't tell me nothing. Don't you tell me nothing. Don't spoil it for me. Don't do it. You get sick if you don't eat. Well, okay, so we have a place in Georgia called Parker's. Maybe y'all have, I don't know where you live, so you might have a Parker's too. I know they're like definitely Southern. It is a Southern company. But it's a gas station and they have what's called Parker's Kitchen. And I'm not kidding when I tell you that they have the absolute best, hands down, potato logs I've ever had. Amazing. But their chicken is really good too. And so me and Dylan, we were like, what are we going to have for lunch today? And it's always this conversation of like, well, what do you want? Well, what do you want? Well, what do you want? And nobody ever really knows what they want. And then, you know, it's kind of predictable. So me and Dylan were like, well, we want Parker's. We want Parker's chicken. He likes their fries. I like their potato logs. They have something called Parker sauce. It's really good. And I was like, well, April ain't gonna want Parker's. She's gonna get Seasons of Japan. Sure enough. Did you get Seasons? She said, of course. So she got Seasons. So anyways, we were talking about how like they have the best chicken. And then we got our food today. And I was like, what is this puny chicken? It was not.
That was the last of the chicken that they had.
I would have been like, can you make more? She was the last of the chicken. Well, that explains a lot. So anyways, we were super disappointed. We were so disappointed. But I did eat lunch today. So I don't know, but I also have not been at work on my computer. I was on my computer literally the entire day. So I added new stuff while I was sitting here this evening after I ate my chicken pot pie. I listed new 5-inch rounds. I did a He Has Risen 5-inch round. I did an OCD obsessive cup disorder. It's super cute. It's got the little like the little cups, they're not little cups, they're like the big cups, like the Stanley cups or the Swig cups. And there's like 3 of them, and then it says like obsessive like cup disorder instead of like it's for like OCD. So cute. I did like an arched like shutter window looking thing that has a cross and it says bless, and it's got this little like shelf raised area. It's so cute. I put that in there. The spindle piece I put in there. I didn't get them all done because y'all, that's probably why I had a headache today. I can't be on my phone too much because I really can't see it very good. But I did get some of it done. I did get a few things done. So you have to go see the new stuff. Oh, the stand. I was like, I think I'm missing something. The stand. For sure. Okay, let's put this together. All right, let's put this one on. Oh my gosh, these are gonna be so absolutely adorable. Stop it right now. I have to paint the middle of it black. So I'll do that in just a second. Let me go ahead and paint this. That is so cute. So stinking cute. So stinking cute. My grandma's birthday is April 24th. I don't think Michelle's going to make it that long. Michelle's just hoping that her new son arrives on his own birthday. Because Michelle's birthday is this month and Riley's birthday is this month. And they're all really close to each other. All right. We'll do the outside of this. I'll probably do this again after we get it glued together. Yeah, my birthday is at the end of the month. April's birthday is on the 1st. So technically Michelle's due on the 5th. Will she make it that long? Absolutely not. It would be a miracle if she did. Miracle. Right? Yeah, you don't have to put in your credit card. The classes are free. Here's the thing. I'm not posting my files, my downloads on the internet. I'm not doing that. I've hand drawn a lot of these. Some of them I've used like different shapes and to make like certain paintings that we've done. I've hand drawn most of them, so I'm not trying to put my stuff on the internet like that. So I put it in my shop. So even though it's free, you still have to it'll be emailed to you. So it's not just going to be like freely floating on the internet. I just don't feel comfortable with that. Let's see here. I'm also not just going to stick it on Facebook either because, you know, Facebook is in charge of all those things and I'm just not going to give them that much control. So, all right, this goes here and then there, and then that one goes there. And we're just going to sand them in order and how we pull them off. All right, I had quite a bit of paint left over. I may need to go into it and get some more. I don't know. But I know for sure I'm going to need that white. And we might go around and do some trim on the edges just to clean things up a little bit. All right, so we're going to start with the little one. And because it's mostly dry. And we'll come back to that other one over there in just a minute. I'm not really sure what's happening on this. But we're gonna use, hold on a second. No, I'm not gonna use that. We're gonna use this one. This is, I believe, 120. It is. This is 120 grit, and you can see it's been used. I don't really care. We're just gonna pull off piece by piece, and I'm just gonna sand them. And I want it to be distressed. So I'm just gonna go around our little pieces here. And this has got layers, so I think it's gonna be really cute. I mean, look how cute this is gonna be. So adorable. Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge. You're gonna say March 24th? Why do they think she won't make it to her due date? I don't know that they think that. I'm thinking that because Avery didn't make it to her due date. Riley sure as heck didn't make it to her due date. And I just don't think Michelle's gonna make it. And I think Michelle's hoping, I think she's kind of miserable at this point. I mean, she very well could. He could hold out and be like, nah, I ain't coming. Not today. Could be one of them babies. Oh, I love that. I absolutely love that. All right, I'm gonna go around. Oh shoot, got in the blue. Got in the blue. What a bummer. I'm gonna go around the edge of this. There we go. Let's go across the edges of this. And this one. It's not quite full coverage. I really want it to have an aged look. There we go. That's exceptional. Go. Telling you. You can see the difference in scooping out that and making it a little more aged just by using your little tool. This is just a piercing tool is what it's called. But you could use a needle, like a bigger, thicker needle if you wanted to. And so now we have our little circles a little more defined. All right. I'll go over this one. I will say when I sand this, it has a green hue, more of a green undertone. I think I might have forgotten that. You use a toothpick. Oh, that works too. Somebody else said that they used a bobby pin. They pull the little plasticky thing off the bobby pin because they can use it like to scrape. What's up, Michelle? My daughter says I'm dramatic, saying she nearly died today with a Facebook crash. I'm pretty positive she almost did. You know, I was just saying earlier that I hadn't even noticed. I did not even notice that there was any such thing that happened today. I'm about to show you guys the difference. Do you see the difference when I sand it versus not sanded? But I like it smooth. I'm just like, what happened? What happened? It's like two different colors. What is this? I don't know. Sometimes that's just how colors are. When you break down the pigments. So strange. I'm gonna sand it down anyways. I'm like, how did I forget that? We need to remember that. It's like magic. I'm a magician. I am 100% a magician. I wonder if I wet it with a wipe, if it'll bring it back. Sometimes that works. Maybe a little. But not really. Not really. Let's try it. I love the distressed look too. It's just the color has changed. It's okay. I don't have any wax here. I don't have any wax here. It's all good. All right, let me get my black. And I'm gonna outline my circle. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna use that brush though. I'm going to use this one. Yeah, if you use wax, which I don't have any here, and I don't really want to coat it with Mod Podge because I don't like the shiny of the Mod Podge. I'm just gonna go in this, the opening with black. Trying not to get out of the lines. To concentrate. Well, I had missed you guys. I really wanted to come and visit, and I just didn't have the energy. I just didn't. Plus, we had so much stuff going on. There we go. There we go. I'll come back to that for the other one. Let's try this. I like the vintagey color for sure. Absolutely love that. There we go. All right, let's glue it. Let's glue it. Y'all, I just broke my fingernail. My glue is like, no, not today. I'm not gonna use this one until I can cut, let me just cut it off. There we go. That worked. That was a nasty chunk of glue. You could still see it, how it's collected on there. It's a lot. All right. Let's glue all the pieces on here. I do have to sand the stand. Oh my goodness. How cute. How cute. Let's glue the top. Well, I hope that if you were waiting on this one, that you enjoy this. I think it turned out pretty cute. Or it's turning out pretty cute. You got your Bob gift. It's the 4 farm animals. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, it takes me a minute to get to all those because I have so much going on. But I'm glad that you got it. Glad you got it. And probably next week we'll bring Bob back. Oh my gosh, stop it. It's very vintagey feeling. Shabby Chic-ish. Where'd that white sponge go? Found it. Let me get some white. If you want to do like the upper inside part, you can. I just didn't do it. Sometimes I like the little, you know, shadow in there. I think it's kind of fun. And so I'll just do little certain parts. And then I'll sand that a little bit. All right, let's glue the rest, which is this one, which is really skinny. I'm gonna stick this on here. This is always real interesting, trying to get it on there just right. I think I did pretty good. You can see a little trim piece. And then our circle, which I need to paint inside the circle. Which is not really perfect. All right, let's do this. I'm not going all the way around because I just feel like it's just too much glue. But what I do like to do is put it on there and then I kind of will turn it just a little bit. Oh my goodness. So cute. So absolutely cute. Oh, my little score lines are off, so I know it ain't gonna be perfect, but I'm okay with that because I feel like it just adds character. Oh my goodness gracious. So cute. All right, let's add on our little bits here. And this is the smaller birdhouse. Oh my goodness. I keep showing you. I'll wait till we're done. And sometimes my pieces are off. It is what it is. They're not, they slide. Today I did, I put together a tea kit. It says tea. It's really cute. The person who makes those, her business is called the Sawdust Makery. Her name's Chris Howard. She's so talented. And I was like, oh, that's really adorable. I need that. And I put it together and I walked away for literally a second. I put the stand on. I thought everything was dry. When you see it in the shop, the heart on the tea bag completely slid and ended up getting stuck where it was. There was no changing it. I just let it be. I'm like, it's fine. So I was not anticipating that. But it is what it is. All right, so this goes up here. that little area. And then this one goes here on this little area. I'm just gonna add a little extra sanding. I mean, how cute. How cute. All right, let's sand our stand. Say that 3 times. Sand our stand. I made it kind of scratchy. See how it's kind of, it's a really defined scratch there. Just trying to make it match. All right, let's glue these. No, glue goes here. And I'm gonna put this on here. And then I'm gonna stick this like this on here so that I know it's going in there correctly. Let's try that again. Okay. And now I'm gonna go back around that stand a little bit better. This would be cute with a little bow. Sand the top, the sides. And then I'm gonna take my sponge with just a little bit of that white, and I'm just gonna glide over my little spindles, like the little raised area, just a little bit. Just to add a little highlight, kind of like that. Then you can go down like your side if you want to. Just give it a little something. Just a little something. Just like that. Even like around like the face of it, like right here. Just give it some something. All right, now I'm gonna glue this in to the stand. And this is where you can add little extra things if you want to. It's really up to you. Make sure it's straight. You wish you had places. I don't have much space. I use my bookshelves, like kitchen table, like little areas of my kitchen counter. Well now, come on. Get stuck. I think I added too much glue. Hello, Barbara. Now, you could paint the back side if you want to. And I'm about to show you the difference in the color. How's the new craft shed going? I'm waiting for someone to come and put the anchors in. I'm in waiting mode. So So this is what it looks like on the stand. So cute. And then let me show you the color difference with the big one. This is the difference in color. This is what happens when we sanded it, y'all. I actually like the color. I need to remind myself, like, I need to write on the bottle, this magically changes colors when you sand it. Don't forget that. Oh yeah, by window. Yeah, I'm planning on putting them in either in my entryway or over by my mantle for spring, like springtime. But these could really be anywhere. You could really leave them anywhere. It is an incredible difference. It's like magic. It's magical. All right, let's do the big one. And I think that it's gonna be great. I'm not gonna overthink it. All right, let's start sanding. On the back patio, ooh. Cheryl, at least it didn't disappear. That is true. That is, you're not wrong. I mean, it just changes color completely. It is what it is. And there's nothing on my sandpaper. It's just the way the pigments break down when you sand them. Let's wipe it. Because I wiped the other one. We're gonna wipe this one. Here we go. Let's dry it. Just a little bit. I'm gonna set that aside and we're going to sand all the other little pieces that go with it. Well, Barbara, the color is supposed to be laurel, but it's supposed to be laurel. Which is kind of like a vintagey duck egg blue. But it becomes more of like a vintagey green. For sure. Yeah, I love the color, regardless. I'm not mad. I was just forgot. And I think I also double coated the base as well. I'm gonna change this one to this one. It's a little more scratchy. I feel like my sandpaper kind of got worn down. I did the little scallops. There we go. I cannot wait to see these two together because this is going to be so cute. All right, that goes with that. Let me go over this. So I did some of the trim pieces, like on the edges. Some of them I didn't do. Like I did this long piece that goes like under the little opening, which I also have to paint that one black. I also need to do the ring really quick while I'm here. So last week, no, not last week. I think it was a week before. I started working on like patriotic stuff, and I sat with my iPad and I drew this little Uncle Sam type of guy, and he actually turned out really cute. April thought he was just an army soldier. I was like, no, he's Uncle Sam. I think he needs a flag or something. Or maybe it's just the way we need to paint it. But I feel like Americana stuff is really popular. And I am not sure why in the world or who started it. But y'all, mushrooms are popular this year. I am mind blown at the amount of kits we have cut for the mushrooms stuff. Mind blown. Super popular. All right, I did not go over that one, so I'm gonna leave that. I did do this one. But I think Americana stuff is just kind of traditional. What am I missing? Oh, I feel like I'm missing a piece. I was missing a piece. You also thought that mushrooms are popular too? They are. I love mushrooms. Like, I love the food. I love them. My husband despises them. He cannot stand them. I try to sneak him in and he finds him. I get found out. I'm like, how could you not like them? They're so amazing. He doesn't like them, but then he'll eat a deep fried mushroom, which I'm like, that's like the worst because it's super ooey. I'm not necessarily a super fan of fried mushrooms because they get really liquidy. Don't prefer them, but I like sauteed mushrooms. But I've never had the wild mushrooms that I guess people go mushroom hunting for. Never had those. I do not like portobello mushrooms, which is kind of crazy. And I don't like poisonous ones either. And I don't do the psychedelic ones at all. Just want to clear that up. They have this mushroom coffee? What? What? Have I thought about making the foam stands? We've made the foam stands. We did a trial run and they were not received very well. So we stopped making them. We tried. I thought about doing a new design and like redesigning them to make them a little different and see how that goes and like reintroducing them. But yeah. We do a lot of personalized stuff, which I figured people would really enjoy the personalized stuff. Y'all, we cut so many Easter tags of that cute little Easter car. Oh my gosh, that thing was so cute. So all of those have gone out to everyone, so you should have them in plenty of time. All right. I'm gonna sand back over this one more time, but I wanna make sure this is dry. for sure. So cute. So stinking cute. All right, let's glue this stuff on. There it is. Hello, darling. So, if you just jumped on, you guys can always watch the replay. I did spend some time like talking in the beginning, just kind of filling everyone in. I'm probably not going to do that often, just because these videos will be on replay, and I just really honestly don't want to just keep, I don't want to say like reliving it, but like, you know, people don't always look at the date of a video. I had a lady tell me that like less talking and more crafting the other day. I was like, you do realize this video is 3 years old. You can fast forward. People don't pay attention, but if you missed it, I don't want anyone to feel like I'm just ignoring you. I just don't want to keep repeating myself. This is going to be so adorable. All right, let's put this on the top. Don't forget, this one goes first, the ruffly one, and then the other one goes on top of this one. If you do not want to do the other one on top, you can leave it off. You don't have to do it. And I'll show you what that looks like really quick here in just a second if you don't add that other one on top of this. So it'll just kind of look like that. It'll have a thicker top, but then when you add this one to the top of it, it just layers it like so. Well, I'll show you this one. See how it's layered and it's just kind of peeking under? Plus it gives it a little more layers. So you don't have to use this part. You have options. Do you have different shaped keys? I don't have any keys. Y'all have a whole notebook of ideas of things that people have sent me, requests people have made. I'm working on, I was working on it and then I had to stop working on it to finish my other things that I had not finished. So you know how we have the boy or the girl unicorn, like the unicorn for girls? It could also be for boys. I'm not saying that it can't be for both. But I'm working on a boy version with a fox that's like the unicorn, and it's so cute. I can't remember who requested it. Someone requested it, and I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I just hadn't got a chance to get to it. Y'all, it's not the same. It's not even close to the color it was supposed to be. Is what it is. It is what it is. All right, let's glue on all of our little pieces. This goes on the bottom. We already pretty much sanded everything. All right, this one goes here. I did not do the edges of these. I really wanted these to look kind of shabby, vintagey, super cute. All right, this goes at the top. I really like the color. Well, hello, Judy. It's your first time watching. Well, welcome. Girl, this is not like typically the norm. Normally we have, you know, I feel like I'm more chatty. Some people don't like that. But I always try to, like, when I'm crafting something, I try to really think about someone is a new person. I used to just kind of not even talk about what we were doing, and then I would have a lot of people be like, all she does is like talk about other things. She doesn't talk about like what she's doing. And so try to become really more mindful of that so that I can share like what we're doing. Because I assume that everybody knows, and not everyone knows. The amount of people that still ask me about the sander, like, how do you not know about the sander? Everyone knows about the sander. That's not true. Everyone doesn't know. So we spend some time in the beginning with our coffee and we have little conversations. And then we swoon over our craft. We go all gaga. We get all crazy. All right, let me paint the edges of this. Yes, everyone welcome Judy. And thank you for sprinkling my page. Thank you so much. It's always awesome when we get new people. Although I've really tried to spend more time just kind of nurturing the people who are already here. And I'm like, if we get new followers, we get new followers. I'd rather, you know, spend the time serving who's here than going on a like my page campaign. It is what it is. All right. Okay, and then I did the little edges. Oh, that was too much, but it's okay. It's just distressed. I can sand it. So if you ever do too much, you can always sand that back. See, I'm getting carried away, but that's okay. I'm just gonna go with it. Try to make it match the other one. All right, let's fix it. So I'm just gonna lightly sand where there's too much, and it'll be just enough. There we go. So cute. See? It's like just enough. I think it's good. All right, let's do our stand. I did the top. Let me go ahead and sand that. We do the edges. So I didn't do, like I said, I didn't do like under here. I just do kind of the ends, and then I just sanded it just to kind of wear it down a little bit. And then I'm gonna do the stand. Now, like I said, I think I double coated this stand. So I'm gonna try to sand it a little bit more than I did the other one. Wear back some of that paint. Elbow grease. Go some different directions. Looks pretty good to me. All right, and we're gonna glue the two stands together. I try not to get glue in the middle in case when I'm putting this on here, I don't want the glue to get on and like glue this in just yet. So I'm gonna put this in, and then I'm going to line it up, get it worked together, get a good hold on that, and then I'm gonna pull this out and then make sure that this stand is good. Double check it one more time. It's good to go. And now we're gonna paint our edge. Get just a little bit more. So the link to this kit is in the description. If you get our emails, you can always, look for coupon codes. If you've recently ordered, you can use a discount code in your order. We don't have a sale in the shop right now because we just did our end of the month, but we do have our weekly deals, and then we also have the daily deals, which that will change tomorrow. I think she's doing them at 9 or 10 in the morning so that we're not doing it midnight to midnight. So if you miss it tonight, you'll have like till the morning. I'm just so thankful for Michelle. Like I've literally been completely absent, and she's really been very helpful. While still also being present with all of us. So I'm very thankful for her. All right, let's sand our stand, give it a little weathered look. Let's do the same for this one. Oh, she did offer to teach the paint class. I was like, no, ma'am. I was like, I don't know about that. I just don't know about that. Did Avery have her baby brother yet? No. Michelle's not due till April 5th. So I mean, it doesn't mean we're not already on like baby watch. Cause it could happen. Absolutely. It could happen. Let me make sure. I feel like this is leaning forward just a little bit. Yeah, oh yeah, the baby's gonna be here before then. All right. Oh my gosh. Stop it. These are so precious. Okay, so I like to do my little distressing trick. Some of you guys don't like it. It's okay. Some of y'all feel like it makes it look dirty. I like it. It's my preference. It's not for everyone. Basically what I do is I take some black paint. You could use brown paint and some water, which where is, oh, there it is, my water. So I just put some water on my wax paper here. And I have black paint in my brush. And I basically make like a watercolor. And then I'll try to pull off as much as I can. And sometimes if it's too pigmented, I'll add some more water. And you can see how it just keeps going. It just keeps going. Just keeps going. And then I'll just keep dragging it until I can get it to where it's a little bit more of a wash and not really super pigmented. You can kind of see now how it's just barely kind of there. And then I'm gonna take that and I'm just gonna kind of go around some of these areas with my brush. And a little goes a long way. Now, if you're like, oh gosh, that's too much, you can always wipe it back. And so I really wanted to focus on these little circles here on the trim. And I'm not trying to be perfect at all. 100% not trying to be perfect. And then rather than going into the super dark, I'm gonna go right back to where there's like a little bit over here that's wet, just to re-wet my brush. And then I'm just gonna come back in and make sure that I add where I want it to go. And so you can kind of see the difference as I've come along here. And so I'm just gonna go around and then I'm gonna sand this. So I've gotten a little crazy on this end right here, but that's all right. And then I'm gonna take some more and I'm gonna go under my spindles, like the little raised areas, just a little. And then at the very bottom, would you imagine that? I just got glue on my brush. It's okay. Make sure that your glue is dry because I just got glue in my brush, which you probably can't tell, but I did. So I'm gonna use a different brush. I'm gonna re-wet that. I'm not gonna do that again. And basically what we're doing is we're just giving it little bits of dimension, like right up underneath there. And our little scallop. You can kind of see. And then I'm gonna go through our little score lines. I'm just gonna add a little depth. So versus like staining it black or brown first, this is like the reverse of that process, is just kind of adding it at the end. Anywhere we wanted there to be like that dark, we're just bringing it to life. Just like so. Come back. Here we go. And then I'm gonna go along the top of my birdhouse with just the edge of my brush. And then I'm gonna go along this part, just a little. And it's just like a wash of like dark. Just a little to add some character. And then once you kind of get it dry, you can always come back through and sand down some of those areas that you might feel are too dark. So this is the big one, and this is this one. Now this is still wet. I'm gonna work on this one, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm going to add some sanding. And I'm just going to like, so even on the front of our spindle, just gonna add a little character. Okay, I'll come back to that. All right, let's get us some more water. Come back into this. And we're gonna basically repeat the same process and hopefully not get glue in our brush. So I'm just gonna go through all of these little areas. Add us just a little. There we go. We're gonna go around our circles. Now you can do this beforehand, before you glue it together. You don't have to wait or like do it at the end. There's no rules. You can do it whenever you like. So I'm just gonna go under here. And then I'm gonna go through my little score lines. Now we have to remember that my score line over here is off, but I'm just gonna let it be part of the character. So I'm not gonna over worry about it. It'll be just fine. I'm gonna go around our little scallop. Go along the top. And a little more water. See how I got a little too much? It's okay. It will be a-okay. And then along the bottom. And then I'm gonna do just like I did on this other one by just adding a little bit, okay? All right, I'll come back to that one while that one's drying. We're gonna sand this one. I'm not gonna add any more little shadows or anything. I'm just gonna take my sandpaper and I'm just gonna go over it just so that I have the layered shadows instead of it just being like a shadow on top. Make it blend a little bit more. And it'll give it more of a natural aged weathering. So you can kind of see the difference. It does make a difference when you sand that back. And then right here on our little spots, just gonna go over that lightly. Not too much. Just enough to like blend them out and give them a little aged look. But if you don't like this, you can always do this beforehand. And it does make a difference. Now you see all my little circles there. Just gonna go over them. And basically you can see them. They're just not as prominent. They feel more worn in. And then I'm just gonna go over this here. And then these little spots right here, just gonna sand over them and make them look like they're more blended. So then you have more of what looks like a weathered look. And if it's too much, you can always like just sand them out. I feel like the more that I sand this, the more the color changes. The more aged it looks. So I like it. I'm gonna keep it. All right, that one's good. All right, this one should be good. I'm gonna start with the bottom. I'm just gonna lightly go over it. Hi, Kay, thank you. Thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah, I told y'all in the beginning, some of us know our limits and I don't idle well. I can't, you know, you can only spend so much time before the enemy comes for you and he messes with you. All right, let's sand this out. And if I got it too much, I can always add some white back, which I might need to do because I feel like I'm weathering it, but it's not weathering it the way I want to. Take that white. I'm just gonna go down the middle. Bring some of that white back, just a little. There we go. That's not too bad. Now we can lightly do it. I got a little heavy-handed with that. Look, y'all, I did it again. There we go. We're gonna make it work. There we go. I'm cool with that. All right, let's get up in here. Right up in there. And this one. I love it. Absolutely love it. Get that sandpaper. Now I'm gonna go around the bottom. You guys can see how I'm doing the bottom. Just gonna make it kind of grimy. All the way around. Now, I didn't do the back, but I just wanna make it feel like it goes. So I got the little bottom. It's kind of gross looking. I'm gonna sand it. That way I feel like it goes on the stand a lot better. All right, let's do this one. We're gonna go across. Make it gross too. You know how dirt's collected? Dust and dirt. There we go. I feel like I'm gonna get my sleeve in my paint. I feel like it looks so good. They really look so much better now. I love it. Love it. Okay, these are good. This one's trash because I got it in my super glue. Okay, these are the spindle birdhouses. Y'all, they're so precious. Let me move this stuff out of the way. Thank you. Y'all, time has gotten away from us as usual. It always happens. Which I did talk a lot. Imagine that. All right, I'm gonna stick that over there. Let me show y'all really quick. They're adorable. Thank you, Edith. I appreciate that. All right, let me show you. So this is what the little one looks like. Do you see how the color completely changed? I'm like, what happened? But it looks really layered. Thank you. I actually feel better today than I did yesterday. This one is the big one. And you can kind of see, I didn't do any of this stuff perfectly. Thank you, Christine. I try really hard. I try. I just try to cast a vision into what I imagine, because I want to look at it from a distance and feel like there's depth to it and it's not just so one-dimensional. Oh, thank you, Lisa. So let's go put them over here. Let's go turn the light on. Oh, my foot's asleep. Let's see, which one? I never get it right. Never get it right. So I have these little plants. Probably not going to go here, but I have these little plants on my mantle. Now this is too far above my TV, but it gives you an idea of like how they look on here. Like if you were to layer them together, and you can kind of see how it's not so stark white on the base, but from a distance, there's character. Like they really have character. So if you guys remember the birdhouse trio, I took the top of those and then added a spindle. So these are the same birdhouses from the birdhouse trio. I just made them bigger. I made two, and then I gave them spindles and made them two different heights. So I think that looks really cute. I really should do another one to go, like another pair to go on this side, because I have an opening over here. But I think they turned out really good. So I am tired. I think what it is I'm emotionally tired. And being able to do stuff like this is a good distraction. It certainly doesn't mean that it's, you know, that we're just checking out of reality. It's a good distraction. And, you know, if you actually read about like grief and going through losses, like you have to find multiple ways to cope with things. And so this is just one of the ways, is to like, you know, you can't stay. I always tell people you can't stay in it. You can visit, but you can't stay. You can visit, but you can't stay. So I tell myself that. I'm like, I can visit. I can, like, yeah, we just had a loss. So, of course, there's like a grieving process. But everybody's different. You know, today was a better day. Tomorrow, I don't know. But today, we all have to go one day at a time. So, tomorrow's Wednesday. And another day. Another day. So, everyone's just dealing with it in their own way. So, Diana, everyone's, like I was saying, everyone's dealing with things differently. So, April's in her room right now, laying in her bed, watching Grey's Anatomy. What she does often. She loves Grey's Anatomy. But nevertheless, I just wanted to come, visit, hang out, and just be honest. So anyways, thank you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for your prayers, your thoughts. Like so many of you guys have reached out to my dad and, you know, told him how, you know, like, you're so sorry. And, you know, like, we were there last night because they tell you, you have to, like, send all this stuff. Y'all, there's so much. There's so much stuff. But I did not, he did not want anyone to post things. And so I didn't. I said, Dad, at some point you're going to have to address this. And he said, I know. So he, shared on his page yesterday. And I thought, I bet like it's another step for him to like finalize it. So I understand that he did not want to talk about it, post about it, say anything about it. And it was 2 full days. It was 2 full days. And he just, and I feel like, what? That's his right. That's his right. That's how he wants to deal with it. That's fine. I didn't say anything. And then when he posted, I shared it to my personal profile. I did not put it on my business page. But y'all, it's just been a lot. But he was saying, he's like, I'm getting all these messages and friend requests from people. And I'm like, they're probably my followers, probably just trying to show their support to you. And so he was like, look, I got another 3 people. I'm like, hey, listen, you need more people to support you. They're praying for you. They're supporting you. They're uplifting you. You've got people praying. And so I think that speaks volumes. So if that were you, thank you so much for just the kindness. And, I just appreciate it. And so does my dad. So I'm going to get some rest. It is healing to craft. Of course. Look, we've smiled. I said that today. I'm like, today I'm going to choose to smile. I'm going to choose to, I'm going to choose a positive outlook in a difficult situation. And I believe that things are choices. It's difficult to overcome those, things that we feel like we can't control, but I want to choose to be proactive. And so that's what I'm going to do. So, thank you. We got to have a good time and craft, and the birdhouses turned out lovely. Actually better than what I anticipated. I'm kind of sad about the color, but it's okay. But it is what it is. But, thanks you guys. Thank you so much. Yes, Judy, you're absolutely right. It does take time. So y'all enjoy your night. That's all I got. That's all I got. I'm going to go rest now. I'm probably not going to get up at the crack of dawn. I'm probably going to sleep in. I've been getting up at like 6:30, 7 o'clock every day. I don't know. It's just probably anxiety or something. I don't know. But I need a good night's sleep. And that's not really been the case for the past few days. So it is what it is. But thanks, you guys. We love you too. I appreciate y'all so much. I'll be back again at some point. Tomorrow maybe, I don't know. We're going to just play it by ear. And then and then don't forget, if you are taking our class Friday and Saturday, I'm uploading them. I'm not recording them, or I'm not doing them live. I will upload them. So I just want to say that. And then I'll send out an email too to the people who are taking the class. So thank you for your patience and understanding. I really appreciate you. And I will see you guys next time.